In the digital age today, most industries are in a state of flux driven by volatile market forces. These market changes are affecting how finance needs to operate. Specifically, more than ever, finance needs to be more strategic and in stronger alignment with strategy. Resultantly, an optimal target operating model is one that aligns strategy development with finance. But first, let's take a step back and look at some global trends and what their implications are on strategy and thereby finance. Trend 1. Rising affluence of middle classes in emerging markets and rising risk profiles in individual markets. The organization's strategic response to this trend can be summarized by: be global, act local. In other words, our market entry strategies should provide tailored, market-specific offerings as opposed to a one-size-fits-all approach. A great example of this is the customization of financial products, such as insurance and banking, by country. So what's the implication for finance? We should develop alternative products and customer profitability models for different markets. Trend 2. Market consolidation. As we see markets consolidate, the strategic response is faster entry into new geographies, as well as adopting business models with both organic and inorganic changes. We see this in the high-tech industry, as companies are bundling and cross-selling products acquired through M&A. What's the implication for finance? We need to make investments for more rapid integration. This is done through robust process models and an ERP system blueprint, as well as master data management. Trend 3. Dramatic shift in consumption patterns and emergence of consumer power. The strategy to react to this trend is to change business models to enable on-demand consumption of preferred devices. In software, we see a noticeable shift from on-premise software to the rise of SaaS cloud consumption. What's the implication for finance here? We need to develop new pricing models. Furthermore, we should enable seamless bundling and cross-selling of services. Trend 4. Boundary-less workforce. Organizations now globally source talent with broader, deeper third-party leverage to create flexible capacity at low fixed costs. As for financial implications, we can leverage a broader ecosystem of service providers for leading practice infusion. We also can develop more structured evaluation frameworks for service entities. Trend 5. Increase in volume, velocity, and complexity of business data. The strategic response is to develop new skills to best leverage newly available information. The financial response is to train workforce on new methods, for example, driver-based planning, and leverage external providers for niche services, for example, advanced analytics for second-order effects. True gains are realized when finance can strategically respond to changing operational requirements. For the finance organization to be appropriately aligned with our strategy development, we require an operating model that supports this alignment. For us to design this target operating model, we require a robust governance program that is anchored on 5 foundational elements as depicted on the PowerPoint slide: configuration, mandate, metrics, tools, and people. Let's dive a bit deeper into the third element. The right metrics establishes the standards of measure in terms of performance management. The metrics framework should embody 3 factors. First, the metrics should be end-to-end. All participants in the value chain must know how to contribute to the outcome. This requires understanding of the process inputs, outputs, and performance drivers. Secondly, metrics should be cascading. By this, we mean good structures connect corporate goals to business drivers, performance metrics, and levers that impact those metrics. Lastly, metrics must be balanced. Measures should be effective and efficient, as well as reactive and predictive. Soft metrics such as succession readiness and the effectiveness of training programs should also be measured by the scorecards. For more information on creating balanced metrics, we have included links to materials on the balanced scorecard. Be aware that finance programs may take months or years to generate planned returns. This must be measured using separate scorecards and targets. How aligned are your strategy and finance functions? Also, what do you think about these 5 elements of a governance program for an operating model with strategy and finance alignment? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you are interested in a deeper discussion around aspects of aligning strategy and finance, take a look at our framework on strategy and finance alignment, which we have linked to in the description. In the video description below, we have included links to frameworks on all the key management concepts discussed in this video. If you are interested in becoming an expert on strategy, take a look at our offering called the Strategy Development Stream. This is a collection of over 65 best practice frameworks covering all aspects and phases of strategy. Our frameworks are based on the thought leadership of leading consulting firms, academics, and recognized subject matter experts. Links to our relevant offerings are in the description. For effective strategy development and strategic planning, we must master both strategy and tactics. Our frameworks cover all phases of strategy, from strategy design and formulation to strategy deployment and execution, as well as all levels of strategy, from corporate strategy to business strategy to tactical strategy. Many of these methodologies are authored by global strategy consulting firms and have been successfully implemented at their Fortune 100 client organizations. We have included links to all frameworks referenced in this video in the video description. If you have any questions, please leave them as comments below. If you enjoy these types of videos on business frameworks, methodologies, and management models, then be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Also, check out Flevy.com directly for thousands of best practice business frameworks and tools. We regularly publish videos like this one across a multitude of strategic management topics, from financial analysis to performance measurement to operating model design.